Hello YouTube. Today we have a rear microphone. Test, 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 test. Sounds like absolute garbage. Now, the first thing that we can try is to use blue tack and clean out the ear speaker, not the ear speaker. So used to saying ear speaker because I clean that the most out of it, out of any of these. But sometimes the mesh is dirty. This isn't grabbing anything. I doubt it, but let's check it out. Test, 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 test. Yep, it still sounds like crap. So, either one of two things. Either we're going to have to replace the whole flex. If you are getting this, the power button comes along with this particular assembly. Make sure to spend the extra, I don't know, a couple bucks, $1, $2. I mean, it's probably not that much. Get the flex with the bracket. You'll thank me later. We can disconnect our battery. We will have to remove the board for this particular repair. Do remove the SIM tray. They normally don't put up that much of a fight. last but not least, be very careful around this particular area. It is not all that difficult to damage the components around the connectors. We have one last, which is this cable right here. Wham bam done. We have a retaining bracket. And then we have those three. Now, one of a couple of things is going on here. Either the mesh is just incredibly dirty, in which case you might be able to save yourself a few bucks and just literally just clean out the mesh. Pretty much the way you would do that is by holding the is this even on? No, it's not. So you can hold a flashlight up to the where the mesh is, and if you can see light through it, then it means the mesh is clear. If you can't, then it would appear that this is the problem. So in this case, I can see light right through that hole. That's not the problem. So let's replace our flex. Why they put so many pieces of plastic on here seems a bit unnecessary. Now, my phone happens to be, I don't know who the last user of this was, but it appears to be just incredibly dirty all around. So I'm going to clean out the power button, as that is a part of this particular. Same thing with the button itself. This one isn't that dirty, but while the phone is apart, it's not a bad idea. This little hanger is supposed to face down. The general rule, whenever I have a bracket like this, I don't tighten one particular screw all the way, as if you're off by just a little bit, then you have to unthread one of the screws. Then you come back, tighten them up. It's usually a good idea to align the microphone Now there is a little, this piece right here fits sometimes it's a little bit easier to get it out than it is to get it in. Do what I should have done the first time. Sometimes this is not the easiest thing because it doesn't want to lay flush. Now I'm going to remove, or I'm going to replace that once I replace the board. Typically it's easiest to get that in place. We have to maneuver around pretty much all of these, the battery, all the flexes, the volume flex, once your SIM card should fit in smoothly. And you got to be careful because there are so many different components right around this connector, which subjectively not one of my favorites. Here's our power flex. I'm a bit lazy with this one. As in, this gap right here isn't really for anything. I really don't feel like taking the time to put it back in place because it won't make a difference. Now, it's always a good idea to make sure that there's no dust or lint that fell in the camera lens, or else you're going to have to take the phone apart. Who wants to do that? Not me. Now, always make sure that your battery is disconnected. It may seem unimportant. Trust me, it is very important. Just because your phone is off doesn't mean that there isn't still electricity running through the board. The chances of damaging the backlight on this model goes up considerably if the device is powered on and sending a signal, but it is still possible, and that's just something that you want to avoid. So now our device is powered on. We can test the power button. We can test the flash, which is kind of difficult with these lights on over here. It's very, but now we can test the test. And that's all she wrote. Leave a comment below if you got something out of the video. Let me know how your repair went. Leave a comment below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and see you next time.